Hey guys, it's Kate and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm doing something like so different from all my other content, but I thought it could be really fun and I thought that maybe you guys would like enjoy it as well. Long story short, it is Ray and I's anniversary, so we have now been together for 3 years and tonight he is taking me out for dinner to celebrate. So I thought that I would like to do something in return, you know, just to say thank you, just as a bit of a celebration. And so I thought that I would bake Ray some chocolate chip cookies. Because who doesn't love a chocolate chip cookie? That is like my absolute guilty pleasure. But anyways, when I was like looking for recipes and stuff, I was so close to grabbing like a box mix, and then I was like, no, I need to make them from scratch. I came across the Buzzfeed video for how to make the perfect chocolate chip cookie. It's part of Tasty, you know, those food recipe videos that you see on Facebook and YouTube. And I like watched this whole video, I was so captivated. It was like 8 minutes long and I was just like, like seeing how she made these like beautiful chocolate chip cookies. And so today I thought that I would have a go at making this super intense chocolate chip cookie because it's meant to be the best one in the whole world. So yeah, I went and got all of the ingredients. So it's pretty intense. We've got like 2 different flours, 2 different chocolates that you can tell that I've actually eaten some out of. It's embarrassing. The only thing that I couldn't find, I believe, was espresso powder. I was looking for ages and like nothing I found said espresso powder, so I just gave it a miss. Hopefully everything else just makes up for it. But yeah, there are like so many different steps to this recipe. It's like so extra, especially just for chocolate chip cookies. So that's why I thought maybe it'd be like fun to watch. But without further ado, let's start baking. Okay, now don't judge me for my screen protector. People call me out on that literally all the time. Basically, I'm on the Tasty website. They've got a video for how to make the perfect chocolate chip cookies, but they also have it all written out here, which is what I'm gonna follow because I've already seen the video and I feel like that'll be annoying, like trying to follow a video. I have just preheated the oven to 180 degrees Celsius and now we're gonna get started. I've already come across like a mare. Basically, I don't know where we've put our cup measurements. I've managed to find our like tablespoons and stuff, but I can't find the cup, so we're just gonna use my scale today. Luckily, this website actually has the conversions already, so it's gonna be quite easy to adapt, so yay. So with step 1, we're actually using 2 different flours. They said to use a bread flour and all-purpose flour, but I think that's an American thing because I could only find high-grade flour, which I believe is like bread flour, and then a standard grade flour, which is like, I think, all-purpose flour. So yeah, we're gonna add those into the bowl. Also, we don't have a sifter thingy, so I'm just gonna pour it straight in. So we got the scale set up. We're starting with 125 grams of bread flour. And now we are just going to add 95 grams of this flour. There we go. That's the 2 flours in there. And now I'm also going to add some salt and some baking soda. So the recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and then it actually says 1.5 teaspoons of table salt, but everybody in the review says to half it, so I'm also going to half it. I'm just mixing all of those together, these dry ingredients, and then I'm going to set it aside before I move on to the butter. So for this step, it says, in a medium or large saucepan, add the butter and melt over medium heat. Bring the butter to a boil, stirring frequently. As the water begins to boil out of the butter, the milk solids in the butter will separate, sink to the bottom, and begin to toast and brown. Basically, we are browning the butter, something I've never done in my entire life. So please wish me luck. So now we've got 225 grams of butter here. This is unsalted butter because that's what the recipe asked for. If you've got salted butter, then just don't add that salt in earlier. Now we're just gonna put this into the pot and hope for the best. So I've just put it on medium heat and I'm gonna get a wooden spoon to stir it. Just waiting for this to melt. I'm like super impatient. But it does say soon that I need to bring the butter to a boil. I don't know if that means I like keep it on medium heat or I turn it up. So yeah, something's happening. The stage is really boring. I've been sitting here for so long. This is what it's meant to look like, and this is what mine looks like. A little while to go. So good. Something's happening. Okay, it's definitely starting to brown now. Oh my god, I'm like nervous. This is our butter. I'm just gonna add a little bit of water just to get it up to 1 cup. My butter has like bits in it and I don't think that's right. So I'm 99% sure I just screwed up the butter. I hope that doesn't ruin them. But anyways, I've just put that into the freezer for 10 minutes so it can cool down to room temperature before I add it to my other ingredients. While I'm doing that, I'm actually just going to prep like the rest of the ingredients, like cutting up the chocolate and like putting the sugars and stuff in the bowl just so it's ready to go. So I'm now going to chop up this chocolate. I've got the Whittaker's just regular dark block. It's meant to be 130 grams, but I think 141 will be fine. No such thing as too much chocolate. So this over here is my big mixing bowl. Basically, this is what everything is going to end up in. Now I'm going to move on to the sugars. First, we're doing 1 cup of dark brown sugar. I only had this brown sugar. I don't know if this is light or dark, but I thought it'd be good enough. And then ½ a cup of white sugar. I'm just going to go by the weight. So that to me is close enough to 220 grams. Now I'm just going to add in 100 grams of white sugar. Yay! Oh, bit over, but it's alright, guys. So I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence. This is also when you'd usually put in the espresso powder, but obviously I don't have that. I pour the butter in here when it's cooled. I then add in 1 egg and 1 egg yolk. The butter's not ready, but I'm just going to prep the eggs into this little bowl. So the butter is now cooled enough for me, and so I'm just going to pour it into this sugar mixture. I'm now using an electric mixer to cream this together for like 1 to 2 minutes. Now just pouring in the egg and egg yolk and then mixing that all together. Now I've got my bowl of like flowers and stuff, and they say just to add this like 1/3 at a time. Now I'm just gonna fold in, woo, skills, the chocolate, and then I've also got about 85 to 100 grams, I don't know, I kind of eyeballed it, of chocolate chips. By the way, I only like just combined the mixture so that it's still really light and fluffy. Now I'm just going to fold them in so that I don't over mix it. Oh, yum. I'm actually dying at how good this looks. Oh my god, I've like eaten so much of the dough. I know you're not meant to do that, but it is one of the best parts. Anyways, they say to scoop them out into like 3 tablespoon sized ball things, so I've just got a tablespoon measure and I'll just do 3 of them. So I think these are maybe bigger than 3 tablespoon sizes each, but I know I am going to have to do 2 batches just because there's so much dough left still. I'm now just going to put this into the oven. It says to put them in for 12 to 14 minutes, but I am just going to put the timer on for 10 to begin with, and then we'll see how we're going. Oh no, the cookies are growing and they're all growing into each other and off the tray. My god, I've like slowly gotten more and more sweaty throughout this video. Sorry about the background noise. I've actually just opened up the door just to get some air through because it is really, really hot in here. So I've got 9 cookies in the oven already and they've expanded so much. They look huge. But anyways, I actually think that I'm going to put that leftover mixture into like a little Gladware bag, and maybe me and Ray will like end up baking them later on tonight, or I'll save them for another day. But I just don't think we need like 18 cookies. Into a little Tupperware container. Disclaimer, don't eat cookie dough because it's got raw eggs in it. Oven's beeping. Oh my god, it smells so good. Oops. So they expanded a lot, but oh my god, they smell so yum. I actually might take them out now. It's only been 10 minutes, but they're pretty brown, and I think they'll crisp up if they're outside of the oven. Man. Fuck. What do I do? They're like real squishy. And they're all stuck together. Why does this always happen to me? It didn't look as bad when they were in the oven, and now that I've got them just like sitting here, I'm like, oh. This is what I have to give Ray. Being like, hey babe, happy anniversary. Here's 1 giant, huge cookie. Oh. I just cut them out, and I'm going to try putting them on a drying rack, and hopefully they cool down a bit, because I think they're still cooking a little bit on this hot tray. Oh. Man down. Took them off the rack and I just had them on baking paper on the bench. This isn't working how I thought it would. I feel so embarrassed. Okay, they taste so good. That down for a little while and now you can, oh no, it's breaking. I was gonna say that now you can pick them up. Oh yeah, that one's a bit, oh, okay. She's sensitive, we won't go near her. But now you actually can pick them up without them, oh, okay. I was gonna say you can pick them up without them breaking or melting, but that's melting in my hand, so that was a lie. I'm just gonna leave them, and then after a little while I'm gonna put them onto a plate so they're out and ready when Ray gets here. They're very, very chewy and very soft. You can see that's melting against my hand already. I like cookies like that though, so hey, maybe I'm onto something. Oh, kitten. Ta-da! What did you say? Say it again.
This is so good.
Guys, so I just thought I would update you on how the cookies went. It's actually the next day, as you can probably tell by my appearance. Ray really, really loved the cookies. He said they were the best cookies ever. I also tried one, obviously, and oh my god, I have to say that that actually was like my perfect chocolate chip cookie. I can't wait to make that recipe again. It definitely wasn't as hard as I initially thought it was gonna be, but yeah, they were amazing. Except for the fact that I obviously used too much dough and they expanded everywhere and looked ugly. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know if there's any other like recipes you want me to try, or just if there's like any other videos you guys want me to do. Have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!